Piedmont Technical College. Please rise for the processional and remain standing for the national anthem and invocation. Thank you.
say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red clear, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Holy and life-giving God, fount of wisdom deeper than we can fathom, wellspring of every good gift. On this bright afternoon, we gather with grateful hearts. We thank you for these graduates who turned long days and late nights into knowledge and skill. We thank you for faculty, staff, patient guides who transformed curiosity into competence. We thank you for families, friends, and all quiet encouragers whose steady love was often the unseen current beneath weary feet. We thank you for Piedmont Technical College itself, whose mission to transform lives and strengthen communities becomes flesh and blood in every diploma that will soon cross this stage. Their achievement stands like a beacon, and it calls to mind an unlikely marker of hope, strength, and resilience. Far out in the Sahara once stood the tree of Tenerife, nicknamed the loneliest tree on earth. For centuries it flourished where nothing else survived because its roots reached more than 100 feet down to an ancient hidden aquifer. Nomads fixed their course by its silhouette. Weary travelers drew courage from its improbable life. Graduates, your own journey here has proven that like the tree of Tenerife, people too can thrive by drawing on deep, often invisible reservoirs. Courage that outlasted doubt, curiosity that refused to lie dormant, community that offered shelter in scorching seasons, and for many, faith that whispered, "You are never alone." So, oh God, we ask your blessing as they leave this oasis and step into vocations across healthcare, technology, skilled trades, public service, business, and art. Let electricians and engineers tap the aquifers of ingenuity. Let nurses and therapists draw compassion from wells no drought can empty. Let coders, welders, accountants, and entrepreneurs send down roots of integrity deeper than profit margins. May every diploma become a tool for service, an instrument through which dignity is restored and communities flourish. Where the ground seems hard or opportunity looks scarce, remind them of that desert acacia. Unseen waters still sustain remarkable life. Grant them eyes to detect hidden possibilities and hearts, generous enough to channel what they find toward the good of others. For the world they enter, Rich with promise, yet prone to heat waves of division, we ask. Resilience that bends but does not break. Wisdom that measures success by the well-being of neighbors. Joy that sprouts even in rocky places. And cooperative spirits that interlace like roots, supporting one another when storms press hard. Sustain those who remain here, faculty, staff, and new cohorts yet to arrive. Keep this college a fertile commons where ideas germinate and diverse communities grow side by side. For parents who excel this afternoon, for children who meet their heroes in caps and gowns, for mentors who savor the fruit of patient guidance, grant deep satisfaction and renewed purpose. Finally, bind all of us, people of many faiths and of none, into a canopy of gratitude, justice, and hope. May what begins in this ceremony ripple outward as innovation, compassion, and shared prosperity throughout Abbeville, Edgefield, Greenwood, Lawrence, McCormick, Newberry, Saluda, and every county these graduates will touch. Rooted in your everlasting care, we entrust this moment and the future it opens to you. Amen.
Please be seated. Hello and welcome. I am Hope Rivers, and I have the honor of serving as your college president. Allow me to give a special thanks to Reverend Gregory Van Dyke for the invocation, Miss Jane Herlong for singing the Star Spangled Banner, and the Emerald City Brass for providing music for this occasion. As I look out over this amazing and talented group of graduates, I am so humble and grateful that you chose to be a part of Piedmont Technical College. I'd like to recognize those who made this possible. Members of the South Carolina Senate, members of the South Carolina House of Representatives, county council members, county administrators from Piedmont Technical College 7-county service area, members of Piedmont Technical College's foundation board, and administrators from the college's Promise programs. Would all of our partners please stand so that we may acknowledge and thank you for your service and dedication. Thank you. We sincerely appreciate your partnership and commitment to enhancing educational opportunities in the region. We are also honored to have representatives from our school districts from across Piedmont's service area with us today. Your collaboration through our dual enrollment program is instrumental in ensuring student success. We sincerely appreciate your partnership and commitment to enhancing educational opportunities in the region. Would representatives from Greenwood District 52, McCormick County School District, and Newberry County School District please stand and be recognized? Thank you so much for your partnership. Today would not be possible without the commitment of Piedmont Technical College's faculty and staff. Would members of our esteemed faculty and staff please stand and be recognized? Thank you. The Area Commission is the governing board of Piedmont Technical College. Commission members are recommended by their county's legislative delegation and appointed by the governor of South Carolina for 4-year terms. Commissioners with us this afternoon are Ms. Anita Butler from Abbeville, Ms. Thelma Woody, from Abbeville, Ms. Jane Herlong, who also serves as vice chair from Edgefield, and Mr. George Pearsall, who also serves on the foundation board from Newberry. Thank you. Graduates, today we celebrate not only your achievement, but also the unique journeys that each of you brought with you here. At Piedmont Technical College, we understand that everyone's path looks different. We embrace the potential and the possibilities each path holds. You've experienced firsthand how our programs are designed to equip you with the tools needed for real-world success. But Piedmont Tech is much more than just a place of learning. We are deeply rooted in our communities. We stand not only as your college, but also as your partner in progress. As you move forward, remember this: whether you were starting fresh, starting over, or simply daring to dream bigger, your journey mattered to us, and it still does. We remain here, committed to helping you rise, succeed, and make a meaningful impact in the world. As you step into the world as a graduate, remember that your relationship with Piedmont Tech does not end here. You are now a part of a vast network of alumni who are making a difference in their communities. I encourage you to give back, not only to your college, but your community. Embrace this moment and let it be a guiding light as you take the next step in your journey. Congratulations, class of 2025. We are sincerely proud of you. Thank you.
Congratulations, graduates. It's sincerely my pleasure to introduce our speakers this afternoon, Mr. Hernan Silva and Mr. Brian Gaines. Mr. Silva did not plan to continue his education after high school, but then his younger sister persuaded him to enroll at PTC. Since then, the 23-year-old first-generation college student has shown steadfast determination, making hour-long commutes from Batesburg, Leesville, to the Greenwood campus for his studies in respiratory care. In addition to finding a career path that appeals to him, Mr. Silva says he has matured as a person while attending PTC by learning to overcome challenges and be more social. Mr. Brian Gaines has been employed with South Carolina state government since May 2007. He has spent most of his state government career with the South Carolina Department of Administration and its predecessor agency, the South Carolina Budget and Control Board. He has held various positions within the two agencies, including Human Resources Consultant, Budget Research Coordinator, Director of Governmental Affairs, Policy and Public Affairs Director, and Deputy State Budget Director. On January 1, 2017, he was appointed as the State Budget Director, where he managed the state's operating and capital budgeting processes, the state's accountability reporting process, and assisted the governor with annual executive budget recommendations to the General Assembly. On May 12th, 2023, he was appointed by Governor Henry McMaster to serve as Comptroller General. Mr. Gaines is a graduate of the University of South Carolina, where he received his Bachelor of Arts in Political Science and Master of Public Administration degrees. He is also a 2014 graduate of the state's Certified Public Manager Program. Please join me as we welcome Mr. Hernan Silva and Mr. Brian Gaines.
Hello and welcome everyone. First off, congratulations class of 2025. My name is Hernan Silva Jr. and I am a proud son of Mexican and Guatemalan immigrants hailing from the bustling city of Batesburg-Leesville, South Carolina, and a soon-to-be graduate from Piedmont Tech's respiratory therapy program. At long last, today is the big day. The day where we can finally trade all of our sleepless nights, our last-minute assignments, and our caffeine addictions for diplomas and the opportunity to finally step into our careers or take those next steps in our education. It has been a long road for all of us, but we can all finally say that we've made it. I would like to take a moment to give a round of applause to all of those who made it possible for us to be here. Parents, significant others, friends, classmates, grandparents. We could not have done it without your love and support. I'd also like to give a special shout out to some special individuals joining us today. To my amazing parents, Hernan Silva y Hermelinda Godínez, gracias por su amor incondicional y por siempre apoyarme. Thank you for your unconditional love and for always supporting me. To my brother, Jonathan Silva, and to his fiancée, Lauren Feely, thank you for opening your home to me when I needed it most. To my younger sisters, Pamela Silva and Daniela Silva, thank you for your unwavering encouragement and support. To my wonderful girlfriend, Savannah Bussell, thank you for being there to pick me up and cheer me on whenever life and school chewed me up and spit me out. And last but most certainly not least, to my amazing instructors, Lauren Harris and Norma Pineda, and Ann Pickett, if she's with us today, thank you for your patience and your guidance. You've turned me and my classmates into the respiratory therapists we are today. I would also like to take a moment to speak directly to my classmates. The respiratory conference was a great time, and I will truly cherish all the memories we've made by getting those back-to-back third-place wins at Spring Activities Day. But I think what we'll remember most are the shared struggles. The stress of passing our certifications, especially our newborn rescue training, and the camaraderie and friendships we formed, bonding over our lack of sleep when we showed up to clinical at the crack of dawn, or freaking out together when we were so nervous to pass our clinical checkoffs. Through it all, we leaned on one another. I owe each and every one of you a debt of gratitude because whether it was sharing notes, group study sessions, or just whispering what Norma and Lauren said in class to me because I forgot my glasses, you've all had a hand in helping me get here today. Now, before I get all sentimental, let's talk about you, Piedmont Tech's class of 2025. I'm sure the road to this moment for many of you has not been very smooth. At least in my experience, it was not all smooth sailing. My initial years at PTC, I was learning alongside our amazing faculty how to adapt to the new normal that came with the pandemic. I had a heap of car troubles, including a car accident at the beginning of this semester. I had a panic attack last spring, I lost a beloved pet, and I was bouncing between jobs, all while attempting to balance school, work, and other life responsibilities. And to top it all off, I was unsuccessful in the nursing program, and I even had to take a second shot at the respiratory program. But here I am standing before you because I refuse to give up. Failure maketh the man or woman, but we've all been there before. Whether it be that one test we were 1,000% sure we nailed, or that clinical checkoff we've had to do over again and again and again and again, and one more time just to be sure we really nailed it. Failing is proof that we tried, proof we cared, that we dared to risk something. We got smacked, kicked down, got a less than ideal grade, and kept on going. This last semester hit me like a truck. Well, my wreck was really with a minivan. My point is, if you failed at something, you've learned something. You've become stronger, more resilient. As cliche of an example as it's become, Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before finally developing the incandescent light bulb. Van Gogh barely sold any paintings in his lifetime, and now his works are praised as priceless masterpieces. Colonel Sanders was rejected 1,009 times before someone finally said, "You know what? I'll try your chicken." So what I would like to say to you, class of 2025, this long road will be one of many we will take in life. And wherever life leads you after this, I urge you to be persistent. Setbacks will be inevitable, and failure is almost guaranteed. But embrace failure. It is the ultimate character builder, and almost no one successful in life has ever avoided it. Be bold, be resilient, and keep on going. Once again, congratulations, class of 2025. Si se pudo. We did it.
Good afternoon. How am I supposed to top that? I'd like to begin by thanking President Rivers, the distinguished area commissioners, distinguished faculty and staff, families, friends, and above all, the graduates of the class of 2025. Thank you for this opportunity to share in this defining moment of your life. I am honored to be able to share just a few life lessons with you on this day of your celebration. Typically, at a college graduation, the invited speaker stands up and talks about how perfect things will be after leaving this institution, how all days will be spectacular, and how your career will be perfect and free from all flaws. Well, I'm not a typical speaker, so let me be honest with you. Things will not be perfect, and you will make mistakes. But what if I told you that some of the best things that will happen in your life will start with a mistake? Now, I'm not talking about small mess-ups like spilling a cup of water on your computer when finishing a final assignment and having your computer crash and losing that assignment. Hopefully that didn't happen to any of you. But what I'm talking about is a real mistake, like failing a class, picking the wrong major, getting fired from a job, or in the state's case, making a $3.5 billion accounting mistake. See, many of you may have heard there's been a little bit of drama going on in Columbia the last 2 or 3 years about a series of accounting mistakes. $3.5 billion one year, $1.8 billion the next. Now, let me be clear, both of those occurred before I assumed this office. Before I accepted this office, the state of South Carolina discovered a pretty significant error within our state's financial system, an error that shook the public's confidence and raised real, serious questions about oversight, transparency, and government accountability. The headlines were not nice, the criticism was fair, and the consequences were and still are very real. So, Why would I talk to you about this at your college graduation? It's because I want to honestly tell you about something that I think we as a society don't do enough to those of you just starting out. You will make mistakes. The beauty about a mistake is they don't have to define you, your careers, your leadership, or even your lives. We are not defined by how many mistakes we make, but we are defined by how we respond to them. When I stepped into this office, I did not inherit a clean slate. I inherited a fairly chaotic situation, one that was extremely technical, complex, and frankly embarrassing. But what mattered most to me was not just fixing the numbers, it was rebuilding the office's trust. That meant owning what happened and not hiding from it. Lesson 1, responsibility is not about blame, it's about ownership. When something goes wrong, will you point fingers, or will you roll up your sleeves and ask, what do I do now? This is true whether you're operating your own business, managing a budget, leading a team, or even raising a family. Leaders take accountability. They acknowledge the damage and then start to work on the repair. You do not have to be perfect to be trusted, but you do have to be honest. Honest with yourself and those who are impacted by your mistakes. Your goal is not to just fix the mistake, but to build something better. In order to do that, you must be resilient. If mistakes are the fire, resilience is the mighty phoenix that raises from the ashes. The mere fact that you're here today shows each of us that each of you are resilient. Each of you have proven your resilience. You got through late night study, early morning classes, financial stress, self-doubt, and probably at least one family situation that caused you to seriously question, why am I even trying to do this? Some of you have juggled kids, aging parents, long commutes, and even short paychecks. And somehow you didn't quit, and we're celebrating with you today. Resilience isn't about pretending things are fine when they're not. It's about facing what's hard and showing up anyway. It's waking up after a tough night and choosing to keep moving forward. It's sending in that next job application after just getting rejected. It's forgiving yourself when you've been tempted by life circumstances to stay stuck right where you are. For welders, resilience is like steel. No matter how much you heat it, bend it, or stretch it, it will not break. Resilience is not flashy like strength. You don't get a trophy for dragging yourself out of bed to finish an assignment when you've only had a few hours of sleep. But it's the kind of strength that lasts. Lesson number 2. Life is going to throw some things your way. You already know that. But resilience is what keeps you grounded when mistakes and hard times show up. So what if every job application doesn't get answered? You send in another. If a door shuts, you knock on the next one. That's who you are, not just because you've learned that here at Piedmont Tech, but because of what you've lived through and experienced outside of it. I'm from the small town of Barnwell, South Carolina. Barnwell is not very different than the places you grew up, like Saluda, McCormick, Abbeville, Clinton, or 96. Places where people wave from their front porches, where the Walmart or IGA parking lot is the community gathering place, where the same teacher taught your parents before they taught you, where everyone knows your name, and most importantly, they know your mama's name. And that's usually enough to keep you from getting in trouble. Small towns have unique charm. They can be quiet, but they can teach us something very loud. You matter. What do? How you show up, how you treat people, it gets noticed. And that is a very powerful thing. If you're like me, growing up in a small town, you might have wondered if that hometown would hold you back. Maybe even people told you you need to move on from here in order to make something of yourself. I don't think either of those statements are true. But one thing I do know is small towns give us roots. They teach us how to work hard, not just when it's convenient, but when it's expected. They teach us how to speak to people, all people, with respect. They teach us how to be creative when our resources are limited. Lesson 3, small towns remind us that success is not measured by how far you go, but how many people you bring along with you. If you've ever helped a neighbor without being asked, showed up for someone in hard times, or cheered for the team on football team every Friday night, then you carry something with you that no big city could ever teach you, the power of community. That's not something you should run from or try to overcome. That's something you should be proud of. So as you leave this place and step into the future, whatever it may be, I hope you remember these 3 things. Number 1, make bold mistakes. Know that you will get some things wrong. It doesn't mean you're failing, it simply means you're trying. Number 2, build your resilience. Let hard moments make you stronger, not smaller. And number 3, never be ashamed of or question where you're from. Your small town roots are deep, and they'll help you stand tall. In the end, it's not about what you achieve, it's about the person you become in the process. So class of 2025, may God bless each of you richly as you continue on your journey. Congratulations.
This part of the ceremony allows us an opportunity to recognize students who have excelled academically in their majors. In your program, you will notice that the name of some students are marked with stars. This indicates honor status, and these students are wearing gold tassels. A single star indicates that a student is graduating with a grade point average between a 3.5 and a 3.74 on a 4.0 scale. A double star indicates that a student is graduating with a GPA of a 3.75 to a 3.99 grade point average. And a triple star indicates that a student is graduating with a perfect 4.0. That means that these students have successfully completed every course they've taken with the grade of an A. We're honor graduates. Please stand. Thank you. We're also proud to sponsor several honor societies. These organizations provide students with the opportunity to be recognized for their academic accomplishments and the commitments to their field of study and to the college. Each society provides its members Each of these societies provide their members with a way to display their membership status on their regalia. You will find a description of each in the back of your program, and I encourage you to refer to this guide as the program progresses. Today, advisors and members of the following honor societies are present: Lambda Beta Society, Lambda Chi Nu, Lambda Nu, National Association of Licensed Practical Nurses Student Honor Society, and National Technical Honor Society, and Phi Theta Kappa. If you're an advisor, a member of any of these organizations, please stand for recognition. Thank you. We are pleased to have graduates from our middle college program. Will these groups please stand? Over the last 2 years, these students have been completing their associates in arts degrees while in their junior and senior years of high school. These students representing Greenwood, Lawrence, McCormick, Newberry, and Saluda counties will be graduating from high school in the next few weeks. Congratulations. Will members of the Piedmont Technical College Honors Program and their advisors please stand? These students are members of the PTC Honors Program, which recognizes academic excellence among students who complete challenging coursework while developing themselves through travel and service opportunities. Congratulations. We're also pleased to announce that we have veterans graduating today. We would like to recognize these students as well as all veterans who served our country. If you are a veteran, please stand. Thank you for your service. Lastly, I would like to ask our presidential ambassadors to please stand. These students exemplify loyalty and service to Piedmont Technical College, chosen for their academic achievement, leadership skills, and willingness to give back to the college. Presidential ambassadors represent the college and our president, Dr. Rivers, at various events, and we thank them for all that they do.
At this time, I would like to ask all county award winners to please come forward. Each year, the Piedmont Technical College Area Commission presents awards to students from each county who have earned the highest grade point average on a cumulative basis in the associate's degree and diploma programs. These students have demonstrated outstanding academic excellence, and we congratulate them for their accomplishments. Members of our Area Commission will be presenting these awards. I'd like to ask Ms. Jane Herlong, Commissioner from Edgefield County, to please come forward to present the first award. The first recipient is an Associate in Arts major, Michaela Addy. Thank you, Ms. Herlong. Would Mr. George Pearsall, Commissioner from Newberry County, please come forward? The next recipient is also an Associate in Arts major, Ari Longshore. And the final recipient from Saluda County is also an Associates in Arts major, Maya Chapman. Thank you, Mr. Pearsall. Let's have one final round of applause for our county award winners. At this time, I would ask the candidates for graduation to please come forward.
As the names of the candidates for graduation are called, Piedmont Technical College's President, Dr. Hope E. Rivers, will join the candidates on stage to congratulate them on their accomplishments. Mr. Joshua Lindsay, Dean of Arts and Sciences, will join the stage party to congratulate candidates in his division.
Receiving an Associate in Arts degree, Lauren Hope Abels. Michaela Ariana Venteria Addy. Maricela Andres Diego. Rosalinda Andres Esteban. Sophia Bain. Carly Elizabeth Biddle. Addison Grace Bowers. Braden Elise Brooks. Erica Jo Buchanan. Maya Minjing Chapman. Hunter Victoria Cheek Rice. Caden J. Crawford. Molly Jo Crowder. Luis Alberto de la Rosa Campos. Garrett Levi DeLauder. Jordan A. DiGeronimo. Piper Whitman Dominic. Jancy Dawn Flanders. Sarah Olivia Garbert. Jacqueline Hernandez Vega. Ava Jackson. Ari Elizabeth Longshore. Falcon Lucian Wade Luker. Emma Reese Metz. Aaliyah Morgan. Jason P. Morse. Jamari Cordell Morton. Billy Logan Nobles. Lily Caroline Pinson. Zoe H. Price. Dayanara Reyes. Katie Lane Rivers. Mackenzie Taylor Rogers. Bethany Seagrove. Thania Serrano Balderas. Madeline Elaine Shacker. Jennifer Kathleen Smith. Janiyah Raquel Squire. Haley Nicole Stockman. Elena B. Turner. Alyssa M. Turner. Soshia Layla Jean Wilson. Sabrina Michelle Worthy. Receiving an Associate in Science, Noah Keith Marshall. Marissa Nicole Aviado. Topanga M. Saxon. Donovan Elijah Williams. Receiving a certificate in University Studies, Azaria Alexandria Glenn. Hunter Cole Graham. Laura Ashley Gregory. Stephen Richard Hazel. Sakaya Kamora Jeter. Tamari Simone Worthy.
Now, Ms. Tara Gantz, Dean of Healthcare, will join the stage party to offer her congratulations to candidates in her division's programs.
Receiving an Associate in Applied Science, major in Nursing, Kanaya Ashanti Anderson. Quintavious Avery. Jennifer Bloodworth. Michael Thomas Crabtree. Ashley S. Dukes. Michelle Ray Edmondson. Kimberly Edwards. Shatoria P. Holmes. Crystal Lane Hurt. Abigail Jaquette. Amber Sierra Johnson. Lauren Elise Jordan. Shanetta Monique King. Jacqueline Leva. Andrea Tia Manning. Taylor Mina. Randy Mullet. Portia Patterson Harris. Christopher L. Shaver. Melissa Gale Simmons. Ansley B. Spires. Akila Joy Swettenberg. Jesslyn Marie Thomas Black. Linda Tran. Nicole Underwood. Sarah Grace Young. Receiving an Associate in Applied Science, major in Radiologic Technology, Sarah Elizabeth Brewington. Corbin Hunter Cutshall. Jalen Grace Driver. Gregory Tanner Dubose. Addison T. Galt. Hunter Derek Graham. Sydney Dawn Gray. Rachel Helgenberger. Cristobal Hernandez. Ryan Lemuel Leonard. Rose Isabel Nicholson. Braylon E. Pruitt. Cody N. Redding. Carmen Elizabeth Unda. Maggie Lynn West. Samantha J. Williams. Haley Jade Wilson. Receiving an Associate in Applied Science, major in Respiratory Care, Helen Abigail Baker. Samantha Nicole Baldwin. Kristen Chaika. Brandy Nicole Gamble. Abby Murdoch Hembry. Ruby Nicole Hoskins. Aaliyah Mache Irby. Trinette Elizabeth Paulson. Hernan Audencio Silva, Jr. Georgia Deltz. Receiving an Associate in Applied Science, major in Veterinary Technology, Allison A. Hall. Emily Ann Hitt. Madeline Howard. Lindsay Blair Johnson. Emily Joyner. Harley Lynn Kynard. Elizabeth Nicole Proctor. Hannah Straw. Taylor Worthy.
Let us take a moment to recognize the exceptional achievements of these students before us. Each one has navigated academic challenges and has demonstrated unwavering commitment, resilience, and a thirst for knowledge. Now they stand on the cusp of a transformative journey, poised to leave their mark on the world. Candidates for graduation, please stand. I ask the faculty to stand in concurrence to awarding these associate's degrees, diplomas, and certificates. I ask the members of the Area Commission and our president to please stand in authority. On behalf of our president, with the concurrence of the faculty and by the authority granted by the Area Commission and the state of South Carolina, I hereby confer these associate's degrees, diplomas, and certificates with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereunto on all candidates who have completed the requirements for graduation. Candidates, on the count of 3, please turn your tassel from the right to the left, signifying that you are now a college graduate. 1, 2, 3. Please join me in celebrating all members of the Spring 2025 graduating class of Piedmont Technical College. Graduates, go forth with confidence, for you are now alumni of Piedmont Technical College, and know that you've received an education that has prepared you well for the next step in your educational or professional journey. All of us here at Piedmont are proud of you, and your journey has only just begun. As we conclude this commencement ceremony, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to all who have contributed to the success of our graduates. Friends and family, faculty and staff, thank you for your unwavering support. Now we ask that all guests in the audience remain seated for the recessional. The recessional will conclude our ceremony. Thank you.